Friends, you're welcome to put a secondary mat down or to put one blanket folded lengthwise on your mat just to create extra softness. It's not required, but it can be helpful, especially if you're a little bit on the bony side. It makes the ride smoother. I know you guys know this, but I just want to say / reiterate / reinforce that we have access to so many forms of medicine in our yoga practice, including just togetherness, including literally just gathering the people body to body, voice to voice, face to face in this world of increasing isolation and tech interference in every single aspect of life, including sound, including breathwork, including inviting the elements to really come to us and even just recognize that they're there, including entering into this vast, mysterious wonder of vibration and light and sound and everything that happens. I don't even know that we have fully fathomed all of the wholesome things that are inherent in our practice. But we know they work because there's a before yoga kind of way of feeling, and there's an after yoga kind of way of being and feeling. And your body knows, your 50, 60, whatever trillion cells, they know what's going on. So I would like to ask us to lay down in I guess not traditionally restorative asana, but close enough, and do just a little bit of gentle movement before we really just completely and totally rest. And when we get there, I think we'll do a little bit of humming. But we'll start just right here, just one of my favoriteest things ever, and that is to sit with the soles of your feet together and your knees out to the side. And what is your name, please?
Brian.
Nat?
Brian.
Brian, I'm sorry. Could I have you slide forward about 1 foot? And could I have you slide forward about 1 foot, just so that we're a little bit staggered in the mats? Because I want you all to be able to have lateral space, plenty of lateral space. Yeah, there we go. I think that'll be. Open a blanket into this size rectangle, which is quarters. And then roll it or fold it in half a couple more times till you get this long, thin thing. And then put that over your inner feet. And then lift your knees up and wrap that around your outer ankles. And give it a little bit of a tuck so that when you let your outer knees fall towards the earth, it kind of holds itself together. The block on the low setting is going to go on your hunchback. Your hunchiest part of your hunchback, the kyphotic curve. Okay? So you're going to tuck your tailbone. And then your head is going to go on either that same level or one level higher. So the lower medium setting. I like low, personally. So you're going to be resting on the earth, but your spine is going to be supported to rise up and move towards the front body. And of course, the lungs, beautiful heart muscle. The ribs, all of that gets opened with pretty much no effort on your part. Let your eyes shut down, friends, and begin to see, feel, know, sense, explore around the inner body. I'll call it the inner body. It's not just the physical body. It's the field of sensation, of awareness, of direct experience. Let your arms be out to your sides with your armpits open. And all together, friends, draw in a great big slow inhalation through the nose. Fill up your low belly all the way up to the throat. And then put a little plug in it and hold the breath just for 3 and 2 and 1. Exhale through the mouth. That's it. Now hold the breath out and plug that for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, low belly, ribs, collarbones up to your throat, and hold. 3, 2, 1. Let it out. Squeeze all the air out. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Inhale slowly, fully, beautifully, lovingly. And at the top, hold for 3, 2, 1. Release. There's a little squeeze. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale. And at the top, hold. Release. And hold. Last one. Big inhalation. Fill up your lateral rib cage. Hold the breath. And this one, you get to choose how long you hold. It can be short, it can be long, whatever you feel like. And when you're ready to exhale, you do so again, rather forcefully. And then you just rest. Say hello. Good to see you again. Good to know you. Good to be with you again. All the forces gravity, air circulation, cognition, awareness, life. Sound vibration. Even time is medicine. Or as we say, time is a healer. Intelligence embedded in your own body. I'll ask you to raise a hand if you do not wish to be touched during the practice. Otherwise, there may be some extra medicine delivered. A literal transfer of biophotons from one body to another. Oxytocin. Electricity. Humanity. Another big inhalation together through the nose. Open mouth exhale. And then we're going to hum a little bit. So inhale again. Fill up from the bottom to the top. Keep the lips closed and just exhale with sound. Again, please inhale. And hum. Do it again, please. Inhale. I'm going to change pitch, see if you can follow. It's like you're playing a string on a cello. Again, inhale. Pitch is going to go down now. One more together. This time it's Om. Inhale. We'll introduce a bit of movement here, nice and slow. And that is to move your arms as if you were making a snow angel. So when you inhale, your back of your hands stay close to the floor and the arms go around the head. And your fingertips touch above your crown. And yeah, usually it's not a class of at least one water bottle doesn't go flying. It's okay. Okay, exhale, elbows come down, kind of towards the block. Like you're making a snow angel. So you're keeping your outer forearms on the floor as long as possible. Keep going, inhale. And your arms circle around your head. And exhale, they come down. Okay, and you keep going slowly and you track the sensations that are moving across your chest, across your armpit. I'm seeing a couple of winces on faces. If it's wincy, you can totally just skip it or take your hands or arms rather closer to the ceiling as you move so there's not quite so much opening. Or you can rest in stillness. And we'll give this about 3 more repetitions. See if you can slow down the pace of breathing as you slow down the pace of arm movement. And if you're doing this exercise, then the next time your arms come in the overhead position, you stop there. And you hold on to an opposite wrist or forearm, or maybe even opposite elbows. And you let your arms stay around your head. And you send a couple more breaths into the area just below your armpit. Below meaning towards your feet, not necessarily towards the floor. A place where your little wings emerge. Where the gills in your ancient fish body begin. Thank you, everyone. Very next inhalation. Extend your feet towards the front of the room. We reach your hands back. And then exhale and roll off the blocks onto your right side. Just use your arm as a pillow. And just come to laying on your side. This is not going to be a long hold. This is going to be, a minute maybe, like that. If you would, friends, just tune into the way your bones sink down into the earth differently. than when you're laying on your back. See if you can send a few breaths into your back body. When you're ready to go back onto your back, which you may have to reach back and move the blocks out of the way. And bend your knees. Put your feet on the floor close to your bottom. So you're in bridge breath. And then reach your fingertips down towards your feet. And on your inhalation, lift your pelvis up and let your arms float up and overhead. Acting on you while your pelvis moves. And exhale, come on down. Arms come down, hips come down, tuck your tail as you descend. That's it. Keep going. Inhale, arms up. Try to pull your knees towards the front of the room slightly. And exhale, lower down, tuck your tail as you go. Keep going. A couple more times, just like that. Breath and movement coordinated together. Simple flowing bridge. This is the last one. Lift up. And now keep your hips up high, but then take your fingers straight up towards the ceiling. Palms face each other. That's it. Cross one arm over the other and hold on to opposite outer shoulders. It doesn't matter which one is on top. Your elbows are pointing up towards the ceiling. And then really feel where the pressure point is in your upper back, the weight of the body. And start rocking right and left. Go slowly. Your hips are still lifted as high as they can get them. And you're rocking right and left. And you're creating a sort of a massage between the shoulder blades. And over the next about 3-4 breaths, you start lowering your hips to the floor as you rock yourself. That's it. Yeah, so your pressure point descends. And finally, your hips come to the floor. And you're rocking yourself. Lovely. Let go of your outer shoulders. Hold on to your knees. And start rocking yourself. Right and left. Make sure your head is also rocking. Maybe you feel the pressures in your head, in your ears, in your sinuses. Maybe you feel those pressures shift a little bit. Maybe you don't. I just want to remind you how soothing rocking is. How there's definitely an infantile memory that is summoned. Feet back to the floor, everyone. Take your feet wide, open your arms. Inhale together. And exhale, let your knees fall over to the left. Turn your head right. Stay there a moment. Let all the sensations that arise just kind of bloom through the body. And explore and flow around and spelunk. You all know what spelunking is? Spelunking is caving. Like these crazy people, brilliant people, put on headlamps and go deep into the earth and explore all the caverns, all spaces, and shine the light into places maybe we didn't even know were there. And 2 more breaths in this shape. Inhale in place. And really exhale back to center. Head comes back to center, knees. Inhale right there. And exhale, your knees fall over to the right. Your arms are open. Your head turns left. You're welcome to put props under your legs. You can hook the outer right ankle on the outer left leg, either way. But mostly just feel, just inhabit yourself. Get out of your thinking mind and come into your direct experience with energies, with life, with vitality, with incarnation. Receive, honor, appreciate, come. Inhale together, right in place. And exhale. Come back to center. Thank you, everyone. Draw your knees up towards your chest. Give yourself a little bit of rocking and rolling. This way, this is a little bit more intense. And roll all the way forward into table pose. Just about 1 more minute, everyone. Some gentle, slow, explorative movement. Some tail wagging, some mouth opening, closing, and jaw shifting, head rolling. Come to a kneeling position. Float your arms out. Back bend a little, open the whole front body. Lean back into a bit of a back bend and exhale, cactus pose. Draw your elbows way down. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale. Down to the floor. Walk your hands forward and slowly lower all the way onto your belly. Okay. Keep your feet a little bit wide, but turn your toes in and your heels out if possible. So your legs are in internal rotation. And then either take a blanket or stack your hands so you have some kind of pillow. You put your forehead right down or turn your head to one side. And that's it. That's as fancy as it gets. We're here for about 7 minutes on our tummy. And I will invite you to receive the earth's wisdom, the earth's support directly into your guts. all those beautiful chemicals that you evolved with over millions and millions of years. I know we can't really do that in the space here. But we can take advantage of a lot while we're here. And that includes about 3 more breaths into your kidney. Specifically directed, which means the breath is going to have to descend pretty low to create a bit of movement up and down in the low back. Remain here and slowly bend your knees so the soles of your feet face the ceiling. Okay, and then just come to some stillness first, right there, and pretend or cultivate the idea and even the felt sense that your thigh bones are quite heavy, made out of cement. Which, by the way, they are pretty heavy. And then you let them really push against the underside of your quadriceps muscles as you start to slowly move your feet and your lower legs right and left. Or just move them around slowly. They could sway right and left, or they could sort of circulate around each other, kind of egg beater style. It doesn't matter. What's important is you're moving slowly enough that the experience is meditative and that you're watching the sensations arise and morph into other sensations, change, pass away. And maybe you can feel some distinctions in specific muscles. Maybe there's a slightly ropey quality that you kind of roll over and you invite to soften. Give that a couple more breaths. Eventually your feet come back to the earth. Give it 2 more breaths. Lift your head. Roll over onto your back body. Scoot yourself back in the middle of the mat. Come to bridge prep. So again, your knees are bent. I'm sorry, I forgot to say this part. Put a bolster under your knees. You're not quite resting on it yet, but you will be. Okay, so your bolster is between your bottom and your feet. And then you scoot your hips about 7-8 inches to the left. Maybe only 6 inches. Okay, and then you push down into your elbows, your upper arms, and you move your head and your shoulders 1 inch to the right. And then you extend your legs as best you can. I know there's bolster there, and it's there on purpose. And you move your feet over to the lower right-hand corner of your mat. And you cross one ankle over the other. I like the right ankle on top of the left, but maybe you like it the other way. It doesn't matter. The point is that your body is in a C curve. If you were looking at yourself from a bird's eye view, you would be in a C curve. And then you reach your arms overhead and you hold on to the left wrist with the right hand and you give it a pull. So one arm is pulling, is strong, and pulling on the other arm. And I hope you feel a pretty clear opening along your left lung. So you're in C curve, does that make sense? All right. And then when you're done pulling, which could be now, just let go and put your right palm on your tummy. And just stay there. That's the shape. It's a passive side stretch of the left body. Okay, and that should be pretty clear. Okay, thank you. Just want y'all to know we do have eye pillows if the light is too much. Just raise your hand, I'll bring you one. Gotcha. It should not be causing any pain on your left shoulder. And if your left arm is floating a little bit, I'll probably come around and give you a little bit of support there. instinct for different breathing, please do not repress that. About 2 more minutes here. You offer about 3 more breaths. Visualize your whole left lung, left side body, just lighting up, being filled with luminosity, even with like glittery, shiny, sparkly things, like stars. When you feel ready, draw your left arm down. And I'd like to ask you just to bring yourself basically to a symmetrical, what would be a Shavasana with knee support. It's not quite Shavasana yet though. Just come to that symmetrical posture and just do a noticing practice. And very specifically, see what is present on the right versus the left side of the body, especially the upper body, but where you can detect the difference. If you're detecting the power of changing a shape and giving it some time. You're detecting perhaps a tiny little micro breakages of bound up fascia and muscle tissue, of spaciousness, biochemical response, or actually many of them. It becomes clear that something that seems so simple and very frankly kind of boring on the outside is full of magic. From here, you can put your feet on the bolster or on the floor. Maybe the bolster is easier, I don't know, whichever one. We're going to move our hips now to the right of center by about 6-7 inches. And then push your elbows, upper arms into the floor. Move your head and your upper body 1 or 2 inches to the left, and then extend your legs towards the lower left corner of your mat. And then cross one ankle over the other. Okay, so that creates just the slightest stretch along your right hip, the side of your right hip. That's what that's for. And that's why I like to put the left leg on top of the right, because then the left leg pins the leg that's getting stretched. But you can experiment and see what works. Then your arms go overhead, and then you pull on your right wrist, and you pull it over towards the left. And man, does that ever open your wing muscle on the right side. And you give that a couple of breaths. Or even, you can even just keep it there, it doesn't matter that much. The important thing, of course, is that there's a passive stretch now on the right side of the body. And any of those tiny little bound up fibers in the muscles between your ribs, even in the air sacs of your right lung, they have a chance to expand like elastics that are getting stretched. And or in some cases to rupture. We do create tiny little micro tears in tissue when we stretch, and it's fine. There is continuously a generative creative process in the body, there is a sustaining process, and there is a destroying transformative process. And in the Vedic worldview, all of these processes and energies even come with deities. 3 more breaths into your right side. Fill it up with light, spangly things. Bright lights, sparkles. And bring your right arm down. Move yourself back into something symmetrical. And again, do the noticing practice. Now, there may still be a distinct difference between right and left. There probably is. But it's not quite as much. And if you're able to notice these very subtle little things, congratulations. It means you are present. And I don't know about you guys, but every once in a while, when I become really, really present, I sometimes have a little bit of grief arise. And it really takes something for me to recognize that what I miss, among other things, in this life is myself. My presence, my direct engagement with this miracle that is life. Now we're at the point where you get to have a full 10-minute shavasana right now, which may be more than enough. Or you get to sit up, keep the bolster where it is, and do a forward fold, like kind of curl up on yourself like a snail for about 3 minutes. And if you do that, you might receive an adjustment of some pressure on your sacrum, which is very grounding. So I'll leave it up to you. If you are going to sit up, once you're there, you're still facing the back wall of the room, just reach back and pull the fluff in your meditation cushion back a little bit so your hips go forward, and separate your thighs a little bit, and then take your hands down your shins. And first, please inhale and lengthen your spine. So kind of send your heart towards your feet. And then exhale and get your belly down, maybe even touching your inner thighs. And then slowly, slowly, slowly drop your hip. You may notice the entire back chain of the body is opening. You may, if you want, move your right ear towards your right shoulder very slowly, and then your left ear towards your left shoulder very slowly. And cultivate a little more sensation right there between the base of the skull and the top of the shoulder blades. You can also be still. Just breathe into your back. Three more breaths. And when you're ready, you start rolling up slowly, one backbone at a time. And eventually, you roll right back down onto your back. Some of you have a blanket rolled up to support your spine. You can keep it there, move it to the side. And if you don't have one, you're welcome to stay seated and I'll get it there for you. Let your arms fall back towards the earth. And all together, great big inhalation through the nose. And let it go. One more of those with breath retention. Fill up from the bottom to the top and hold the breath. And I'll let you determine the timing. With exhalation, it's a little forceful through the mouth. And then you always drop down. Soft tissues melt. Long, slow breaths. Watch them descend and spread. Send them down your legs to caress your feet. Let them swirl in the bowl of your pelvis. Stir through your chest. And then you start rolling your head very slowly from side to side, and you receive the massage to your brainstem. Very, very ancient part of the brain. Spread the toes, the fingers. And then go for a big stretch. And then roll onto your left side. And hit the snooze button for just another moment here. Curl up a little bit. Offer a couple of breaths into your back. rise up to your seat. We're going to finish with a little bit more vibration in the body, in the shared space. It's kind of a song, it's kind of a prayer. It goes like this. You can put your hands on your chest if you really like to feel vibration very clearly. Spirit, guide my way. Spirit, guide my way. Spirit, guide my way. Spirit, guide my way. Courage, guide my way. Courage, guide my way. Courage, guide my way. Courage, guide my way. Just one more. Wisdom, guide my way. Wisdom, guide my way. Wisdom, guide my way. Wisdom, guide my way. Get some energy going in your hands. And we'll send the Om inward. Place your hands on your eyes. Feel the warmth. Inhale, and we'll sing Om together as we bow. Inhale. Now you know. All you really needed in life was to lay around on the floor for a little while. Thanks, everyone. My friend Maria Gabriela and I are doing a 6-part series on Ayurvedic practices for daily life. We've got one coming up in mid-September. It's on the Karma website. This next one is going to be on something called Dinacharya, which means daily practices. There's another one later on seasonal practices called Richacharya. There's a cooking class. There's, all the various Ayurvedic self-care therapies, etc. If you want to take a look, I'd love to have you. Or I'll be back at 6:30 in the morning if you want to just camp out. Thanks for putting your blankets in with the folded side towards the wall, so it's tidy for the next group. And thank you to St. Anthony for returning my nap for me.